What is up YouTube, Ashraf here with some more Battlefield gameplay. Today we're going to look at improving our aim and try to aim like a pro. With this short guide and explanation, I hope you guys can improve your aim in Battlefield, as it is a hard and daunting game to play. Before we start, I just want to get into some things before we get into sensitivity controls and things like that. First of all, make sure you know the center of your screen. That is vital to this game and any first-person shooting game. Knowing the center of the screen will dramatically change the game for you and increase the chances of killing the enemy. Just aim down the center of the gun and keep on doing it until you realize the center of the screen. And secondly, make sure where you're aiming and why you're aiming, and try to anticipate where the enemy is going to be. There's no point in aiming at the grass if the enemy is going to be in the building in front of you. Make sure you're looking and being aware of where the enemy could be. If he's behind a wall in front of you, aim at the wall, look around the wall. If there's a building in front of you, look at the building, look at the windows, see if the enemy is going to pop up there. Anticipation is everything and key to getting the enemy killed. So let's get cracking. First of all, this is a massive war game with bullets and bombs flying everywhere. With 32 people at a time, hunting your ass down is a good idea to protect yourself. So don't go out there with a headless chicken like Call of Duty and going around everywhere, because that will get yourself killed and let your teammates down. The key to killing the enemy is always to stay calm and composed. Look at your surrounding area before pushing forward. When spotting your enemies, always try to press the highlight button. In case of the PS4, it's the R1 button, so your teammate can see them, and also makes you better aware of the enemy, as it can get a bit cloudy and the weather changing drastically in this game with fog, desert storms, and just general explosions and rubbles getting in the way. The red indicator on top of the enemy will show you where they are even when they're moving around, especially showing you what class they are, if they're support, medic or a sniper. If they're a sniper, it's best to make sure that you are in the cover or you're aware that he's aiming at you. Sometimes the sniper scope will give away their position with a glint. If they're an experienced sniper, make sure you get out of the way because they're going to kill you. Another good tip for this game is to stand still when you're shooting. This is a World War I game, guys, and these guns are cool. Even though they're cool, they're old and aren't very accurate. There are a lot of factors in play, like bullet drop, bullet velocity in the game, so standing still will make sure you get that vital shot. Plus you will get the advantage of the bonus of standing still and killing the enemy. I feel it's really important to have your crosshairs near or on the enemy, as this way when you aim down the sight, you'll have your enemy in front of you to shoot. Otherwise, more than never, if you're aiming down the sight without the crosshairs on him, you'll find yourself looking at a building or somewhere else, and before you have time to adjust, he's already blown your head off. So make sure your crosshairs are on him or near him before you're aiming down the sight. 90% of the time you'll get that shot and blow his head off first. The guns on here have a lot of recoil, so a good tip is to slightly tilt your right analog stick downward to counter that recoil. Some guns on here have tripods, and not using this feature is stupid. Take advantage of this, as it will improve the chances to kill the enemy. It's nice moving around and trying to get that kill, but proning to deploy the tripods or standing behind a wall to deploy the tripods will amazingly increase the chance for you killing the enemy, because deploying the tripods will reduce the recoil and bullet scatter, which is always a good thing, so you get the most bullets on the enemy for the maximum damage. Finally guys, on the technical side, it's important to get the settings right for the sensitivity. You do this by pressing the option button and go to control settings and adjust it to your liking. I found 30 to 40%, even 50% is really good if you're coming from Call of Duty. Normally the default settings are pretty high, so if you reduce it to this and play around with it, it will definitely be useful. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to get used to, but once you find that right thing and right spot, I wouldn't go around changing it, because you'll get used to it and your muscle memory will adjust to that sort of sensitivity, and if you keep on changing it, it will definitely put you off and ruin the game for you. Play around with it, see what you think it is, and remember, practice always makes perfect. You ain't always going to get that kill and not always going to be on top of the leaderboard, but practicing and having the patience is definitely key, and it will definitely move you up in the ranks. In the advanced settings, you can always turn on the uniform sensitivity. Basically what this does is make the sensitivity for all the guns sound similar, because when you do change the sensitivity around, most guns react differently to the sensitivity. So basically what this means, if you're using an assault class and an assault submachine gun, the sensitivity, even though it's at 30 or 40 or whatever preset you put it at, when you're looking down at the sight, is going to move differently to when you're scoping down a sniper rifle, or you've got a telescopic sight on a light machine gun or something like that. It will be a little bit different. Basically this uniform sensitivity will make that thing the same. Some people like it, some people don't. I'll definitely recommend trying it out and see what it's like. I don't personally use it. I find it, I just change my sensitivity according to the gun. If I find it a little bit sensitivity off, if I'm using a submachine gun and changing to a sniper rifle, I might change it down or up by 5 or 6%, depending on what gun I'm using. So guys, I hope you found this really helpful. These sort of tips have really improved my game. I know it's a daunting and a massive game to play. It's really enjoyable though. So many times I've died like 20 times and only got 10 kills, but I have to say it's so much fun. Even when you're dying, you're always learning. This is a massive multiplayer online battlefield gun war game, and to get better at it is really rewarding. So keep at it, keep practicing, and always try to help your teammates. You know, even if you're a scout, you're going out there trying to snipe and get all those headshots, make sure you capture the objective. If you're not capturing the objective, stay prone somewhere, go far, flank around to spot the enemies for your teammates. So when you get that hit mark on them and you're trying to chase after them, just don't bother, just get that hit mark them. One of your enemies will go down there, grenade him or submachine him or blow his head off or something like that. You still get the assist count. If you're going around using the submachine gun in the assault class, make sure you're doing it correctly. Try to help your players out, try to go around, because the assault class has got a lot of anti-tank stuff, so make sure you're taking out the tanks. Each class has a different sort of attribute to it. Use the attributes to your advantage. If you're a medic class, throw the medic out there, give the people health. If you're a support class, make sure you're giving the ammo, fixing the tanks. It's a team effort. This game is really a team effort. Even though you're trying to improve your aim and trying to get those kills, sure you're improving your aim and helping your teammates at the same time. So make sure it's not a rushing thing. Practice always makes perfect. Keep on playing, put those hours in, and I guarantee you improve your game and go up in the rank. It's been really fun chatting to you guys. I'll chat to you in the next one. Make sure to comment, share and subscribe, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Take care, peace.